Carlos Nelson with Cascade Media Group, and tonight we've got a community organization on, represented by Miss Oralee McKinzy, 360, and I'd like for you, Oralee. It's a pleasure having you on the show. I'd like you to tell our audience a little bit about who you are and a little bit about your organization.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Carlos Nelson, for allowing me the opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Oralee Watkins McKinzy. I am Vice President of the Watkins Foundation, as well as the founder of Life 360's nonprofit organization. What we do, we are currently working with, our mission is to collaborate with local partners in serving the youth in undeserved areas in our community, teaching them their history and culture. The Watkins family, for decades, we have worked tirelessly with the city of Kansas City, with the aviation department, with other organizations to make sure that our community, our voices are heard, and that our stories are being told. And so, Life 360, our mission is to provide progressive technology and methodology to expand the educational landscape. And we're teaching our youth to gather their oral history and what to do with that history.
I would like for you to expound a little bit on your history as it relates to, I don't know, I must have just woke up, McKinzy, but Watkins is the one I know before any of this McKinzy stuff came. Uh, Talk a little bit about your dad as it relates to the History Project. He was one of my personal friends. And go back, uh, talk about how you were raised in Kansas City and
Okay.
what inspired you to want to be a community activist and get involved in the community.
Okay. Well, I am fifth generation descendant of enslaved people buried on the plantation of the Kansas City International Airport. My great great grandfather, Theron B. Watkins, married my grandmother, Olivia Watkins, which was originally Olivia Huge from the Miller Plantation from Platte County, Missouri. They both raised Bruce Riley Watkins Sr., Laverne Watkins, and Warren Riley Watkins, and they were a prominent family. Art. They did a lot of things in the community. Bruce Riley Watkins was the first civil advocate in the community. He ran for mayor. T.B. Watkins was able to retrieve funding from the federal government to turn public housing into the Housing Authority of Kansas City, providing homes for people in underserved areas. And Olivia Huge Watkins was able to retrieve funding so that they can continue the family legacy with Watkins Brothers Memorial Chapel. Currently, Life 360 has a digital component working with the Kansas City Museum. We have worked with 18 Vine Street and Films. We've also worked with um, Vez and Associates Foundation, Miss Lucille Douglas. We've developed a narrative to tell the story of 7,000 acres at the new terminal at the Kansas City International Airport. We touch bases on talking about the indigenous people, the enslaved people, the descendants that moved and migrated into Missouri, and what they did gratefully to inherit a freedom in Kansas City, Missouri.
So, what can the public here do to help you reach some of the goals? What do you have some goals that you've set for the organization this year?
Yes, we currently have a youth advisory. We're currently working with the Kansas City Museum, where shadow us retrieving. We are currently the youth advisory is a current excited to work with Cascade Media Group to start a podcast to speak weekly about uncomfortable conversations and how they see themselves engaging in program development, educational programs. They would like to engage in themselves in fundraising events. We have an annual banquet at Watkins Cultural Heritage Center and Museum, October the 12th, 2024. We just had one October the 20th, 2023, and it was a
How did
great
that?
turnout.
That's what I wanted to know.
The
How that
Kansas City
turned out.
Yes, the Kansas City Public Library showed up. The Parks Department showed up. The Black Archive showed up. James Watts showed up, and he spoke highly on collaborating with tours, trying to develop a strategic plan around making sure that we're touring all through the city and making sure that these children are connected to the apprenticeship and internship opportunities that are available with different businesses. And we're just excited to collaborate with these different organizations. We work with the Center for Neighborhoods. We also work with Divine Intentions, which focus on people with elderly and people with disabilities. So we're the pipeline. We are the Community Health Worker Resource Center. We are just pretty much teaching our youth how to gather their history, be able to know what to do with that history in regards to educating themselves and their families, and strategically plan around how they will become self-sufficient and independent in society
Key
by
word,
collaborating with others.
strategic. I like that's what we don't have enough strategic planning for our community, where we have the roadmap and all we have to do is follow it and wait for the results. So if some people want to get in touch with you to assist you or to donate some financial contributions, give them the information.
Okay, you can reach me directly at 913-433-1866. My email address is life360 o McKinzy at gmail.com. You can also visit our website at life360a.my.canva.site.
All right. As my partner that started What's Up Kansas City with me, I like stealing his lines so I can make him kind of hot under the collar. As Jim Watts always says in his closing, it was a plum pleasing pleasure having you on the show. That's a laugh for me. But now I will do my closing. When you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself. Good night.
This is brought to you by Kansas City Business Association, working to improve our community.